I'm number one.
What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and welcome to a Season 4 breakdown of the most honest character in the game, Marduk. As you saw that combo there, that's just honesty. And some pretty high damage. It was pretty ridiculous back in like Season 2 and Season 3, that Rage Drive, unscaled damage, if you got the mix-up, you know, pretty much killed everyone, 80% without a wall. And now it looks even more ridiculous in Season 4 in my opinion, considering they've nerfed and toned down all kinds of wall damage. But that Rage Drive still does unscaled damage. I love it. But Marduk has received a lot of buffs. I think he's a shoe-in for top 10, I dare say. Let's go through it all, shall we? So, we can start with his new attack, which is upward 1-2, the Quick Gorilla Rush. He's always had holes in his punishment. This is while standing and standing punishment, never really a dedicated 12 frame. You usually do 1 down 2 for 20 damage and plus 7. And now his new attack is quite obviously a 12 frame punish. You can see the startup there, 12 frames. And it's hard to exaggerate how strong this attack is. It is simply the best 12 frame punisher in the game. I'm gonna break it down, but it certainly could be. So first off, it hits from like a mile away. I think I can stand at like 2.6 and it will connect. It does 34 damage, which is a lot for a 12 frame punisher. So again, near infinite range, 34 damage, plus 6 on hit, and forces crouch. Meaning the opponent only has access to their crouching while standing attacks, and also cannot sidestep towards the foreground. Yes, they're in a very bad position. So here you can mix up with mids, lows, throws, anything goes. And if that wasn't enough to stress how strong this attack is. Oh god, okay, I've set him to sidestep. We're gonna set him to do a low attack, like so. So as you can see, Lee's down back 3, it's a good low. It's minus 12 on block, which, you know, pretty much most generic poke lows are. We are around minus 12 or more. This is a punish. So this looks weird, very weird to most people, because normally you don't use your standing 12 frame punisher to punish a minus 12 low. This is only possible because the input is up forward 1+2. It is with the same principle you can punish minus 15 moves from crouch with a hop kick, up forward 4. If a low is minus 15, you can just hop kick it because it's an up forward attack. So it's the same principle here. And suddenly, yeah, just monumental buff to his standing punishment. Monumental buff to his while standing punishment. So yes, I don't know how much I like this in terms of identity. This used to be a big problem for Marduk. Minus 12 low, you usually did while standing 1 into ready position, into mix-ups. But now it's like, yeah. So that's a very big deal and a very big buff for Marduk. Arguably one of the best new moves of Season 4. But let's continue. Down forward 1+2. Let's set him to guard again. Just a classic string. He has had this since Tekken 4, the very first game. That headbutt on block used to always be neutral. Now it's +4. And it's also now on hit +8. So yes, that is quite the leap in frames. And this goes for every variation of this attack. So again, +4 on block instead of neutral, and instead of +4 on hit, it's +8. It's still extremely risky as the headbutt is high, it can be ducked, but yeah, this is a nice buff. And then we have ready position. Forward 1-4 is now -9 instead of -10. This has always had quite a bit of pushback, so in terms of 10 frame, you know, Gigas could clip you and some other characters. But still, this is a pretty nice buff for Marduk. And not that you would use this too often in the neutral. And then ready position, down 1+2, the second hit has more range. So obviously this would be a big deal if the first hit, the initial sweep, had more range, but it's the second hit that has more range. So this is more of a quality of life fix where, for example, if you'd connect the first hit and the second hit for whatever reason would whiff, it will be more consistent now. And then 1-2 forward 1. The last hit on counter hit, it's a counter hit launcher, but now it keeps them closer to you on the counter hit knockdown there. So nice quality of life change. And then down forward 3 has more range. This is really nice as you do this quite often for pressure. Down forward 3-1, you know, is +2 on block. You can mix up with a mid towards the end to launch. Down forward 3-1 is always performed on his wall combo. Down forward 3-1 into whatever you want to end it with. Ground throw, down back 2, etc. So it's a key tool, down forward 3, so having more range on that is great. And then down forward 4-2, first hit, the initial knee, has gone from -9 to -4, and the second hit has a lower hitbox, obviously to make it more consistent in combos. And then down 1, another key attack, has got more range. It's a very strong move, so giving this more range is a pretty damn decent buff. And then back 2, his fantastic homing move with insane range, counter hit launcher, has gone from +1 on hit to a very chunky +4. Meaning like down forward 4, for example, is uninterruptible afterwards. And back 4 will trade with a jab. So again, it's a pretty damn decent buff. Opens up a lot of new mind games now on hit. And then we have back forward 1+2. The old this string used to be done by doing back neutral forward 1+2. Now it's a quarter circle forward input. In my opinion, making it much easier and most often faster to input. And then full crouch 1+2 has gone from -4 on block to -7. But this is mostly used in combos, and this is where they've given it a lower range on its hitbox. So you could sometimes have it whiff doing these pickups here. But now it's very consistent. So that's a really nice quality of life buff. And then the good old Goldberg jackhammer has increased tracking. So this is what I've been referring to before as the big grappler buff. And this is where I also made a mistake in my King breakdown. Armor King got increased tracking on his tombstone and his giant swing to a certain degree. But King, in my breakdown video, I said he got the same buffs to the tracking, giant swing, tombstone. But what I missed reading the patch notes, they're so small and I'm so old, and I just took for granted it was the same as Armor King, but I forgot that no, King has a giant swing input with the 2 button, the twister. And that is the throw that got the buff. So it's quite different there, Armor King and King, in terms of what throws got buffed. So please keep that in mind, and that was my bad, obviously. But so yes, according to Marduk's patch notes, the jackhammer has got increased tracking. I do see a difference, does seem to track more, but I still have it stepped like quite a bit. So it's nothing like earth shattering but is it a quality buff? Definitely. And then his ground throw, the damaging option, not the launching option, this one, damage 2-4, now does 35 damage instead of 40. Oh, very unnecessary and unfair nerf. No, I don't even see it as a nerf. They did the same thing to King, and to me it's just basically them going, you know what, we nerfed the damage, you know, on walls for everyone, universally. We want wall damage to go down. So this is just them making sure the ground throws follow the same principle. They should also do less damage. So yes, that's it for Marduk's changes. He's definitely been buffed. I mean, this attack alone is just insane what it does for him. And then there are plenty of other pretty damn nice buffs for the character. So with everything else I've seen in Season 4, I think he's most likely top 10. You can definitely argue he's top 10 in my opinion. So good stuff. I hope you thought this was enlightening. Thank you so much for listening to me, and have a nice day.